I'm going to go ahead and save some tomato seeds. This is the beginning of my process, and it starts right here. First thing I do, I want to select some nice tomatoes. I try to select the biggest tomatoes that are on the vine. The bigger the tomato, hopefully the bigger the genetics are for that tomato, and maybe I'll wind up with even larger, healthier tomatoes. They need to be nice, red, ready to go tomatoes. So that's really important. That's an indicator that the seeds themselves are ready on the inside. So red tomatoes is definitely what you want to start with. I like to start with the biggest tomatoes. You don't need a lot of them. You'll see here, there's going to be a lot of seeds in here. The next thing you're going to need is some water. That's all you need. Now we're going to do, what I'm doing is what they call the fermentation process. And it takes a few days to get the tomatoes ready, but when they're done, I've had great germination rates doing it this way. You also need some paper towels or some napkins for after the fermentation process, and a strainer and some kind of a bowl to put it in. So I'll show you guys all that here in a minute. These are an Italian paste tomato. If you save your seeds from healthy tomatoes, now these are heirloom type tomatoes, so they're gonna breed true. If you save your seeds from these tomatoes, they get more adapted to your individual grow system and your individual climates and that type of stuff. So the more you can save your seeds, the better tomato production you're going to get. So this is the process that I do. The first thing I want to do is just quite simply just cut the tomato open. Look at how meaty that tomato is. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. That really is incredible. And now, well, I need a spoon. Now what I want to do is quite simply scoop out the seeds. And drop them in the water. Scoop out the seeds, drop them in the water. There's probably 100 seeds right there. And these aren't even very seedy tomatoes. First step is to pick some nice tomatoes, the biggest ones you got. The second step is to cut it open, scoop the seeds out, put it into some water, let it sit for 4 or 5 days, and then what we're about to do here. Need a couple of napkins. I have a strainer here. Now these are from my tomato weed garden video. These actually just kind of popped up out of just probably my compost or something like that. Anyway, they were very productive. They were really nice plants, so I'm going to go ahead and save them and regrow these. So I'm just going to pour this out, kind of work it through the sieve a little bit. I just want to make sure I get as much of the pulp out as I possibly can. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's fine. Then all I got to do is get rid of that, take this out, put it onto a paper towel or a napkin in this case. I don't really keep paper towels in the house. Spread them out a little bit because you want them to dry. Try to get rid of that little bit of pulpy stuff there. And that's it. I'm just going to put this aside until it's thoroughly dry. And then once it's thoroughly dry, completely dry, I'll probably let it sit open into the air for about a week or so, maybe even a little more than that. but just let it sit out in the air, completely dry. Then I'll put it into a paper envelope and it'll be ready to go when it's time to start my seeds again. If you haven't seen my Burger King dual root zone cup video and my personal favorite way of starting seeds, check it out. I'll put a link down below and at the end of this video. It's a very, very effective way of starting your seeds. Basically, it's almost a wicking pot type situation where you're wicking up from the bottom, but in my case, I'm using my aquaponic system. Seedling production is absolutely phenomenal. If you get something out of this video, like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy Tomato Seeds 101. This is absolutely part of the journey. It's one of the fun parts, actually. Well, it's all fun, but it's one of the more interesting parts of gardening. If you'd like to see some more seed staving videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make a comment down below. Have a great day.